That movie is really, really touching and very exciting too. Like I even read that, and you never know with this war shit how much is true, how much isn't, because like I'm sure this seems pretty reputable. Like I read even somewhere that like it was verified that he did something even more insane and risky to save someone. Yeah. And they were like, that's literally unbelievable. No one will believe that. Take it out. And then there's stuff like American Sniper, which is like literal propaganda.
I don't know about
Kyle the sniper dude, the fucking idiot that gave his friend a gun because he thought it would help him with his PTSD, and he like ended up killing both of them or some shit.
Well, no, he was treating a guy who had PTSD. He was visiting with veterans who had PTSD, and they went to a shooting range, which and the guy had some sort of morbid, sick fascination with Kyle and just murdered him on the range.
Jesus. Yeah. I was meaning more like the actual war story itself. Like the true part of that is he does have the record for the longest like confirmed kill.
No, it's the most kills.
I think that's true, right?
It's the most kills.
Oh.
Well, no, what was the huge long snipe that he had?
That's not him.
Oh, well, then it's even less true than I thought.
Most of his kills were around 100 meters. It was urban combat in Iraq. So he's on a building top, and he's providing overwatch for a team of guys who were going house to house and moving through an area, and he killed a lot of people.
For longest confirmed kill, you're thinking of American hero Mark Wahlberg from the movie Shooter.
That's right.
Have you seen
Bob
Generation Kill? Have you Generation Kill? Now that I'm told is actually pretty true. I looked afterwards and I saw that the reporter guy was embedded. He is the guy who told the story and sold it to HBO, and they talked about him. He talked about it afterwards, like how much of it was true. And it was a pretty accurate retelling of what he saw when he was there. Of course, he did the normal thing where he combines a couple characters into a fewer, but those things really happened, and it was pretty interesting. One of the things we were talking about with the conscientious objector, they looked at the minister, priest, religious dude who came along with them as real baggage. They were just like, the fuck. Like, push comes to shove, this reporter will pick up a gun, but that guy is just straight up baggage here. Taking, we have to set up his tent, bring his food, haul him around. I thought that was interesting.
Bradley Cooper played Chris Kyle in American Sniper, and in Hollywood they oftentimes have these contract options where they can take a payday up front, or they can take a percentage of the the gross. He bet on himself and took a percentage of the gross and made $50 million from that one movie.
Nice.
Good for him.
The way that I always view the war stuff for the exceptional stories is like, is it so incredibly fucking unlikely? Sure. But like those wars had so many fucking people involved that I'm sure exceptional shit happened.
Absolutely. Like I've been on the paintball field and I've seen some ridiculous shit happen, right? And it's like, holy shit, I'm glad this is on video. Nobody would even believe it.
Have you seen the absolutely insane footage? 3 American soldiers, I want to say this was in Afghanistan, or it might have been in Iraq actually, but they go into the tunnel, and as there's a guy in the back, and I think they got in trouble for this footage getting released, but there's a guy in the back, and the front guy comes out, and you hear this ding, and he's like shocked for a second, and a bullet like fucking whizzed off his fucking helmet, and then they all like back up and come through, and the guy's like almost like shell shocked, like but yeah, like shit like that is fucking. Have you seen that video? It was super popular.
I've seen one where there's a female sniper shooting out of like a hole in like a mud wall or a brick wall, and like she gets down from the bucket she's standing on, and the moment she moves, it was like something out of PUBG. The bullet hits right where her head was against the wall, and she's just like, "Can you believe it?"
She's a cute thing too, right? Yeah. She's a cute sniper. The bullet goes right where she was, and she laughs it off. And I have to wonder, like, I suspect someone more trained in psychology would be like, "Oh yeah, that's the Dunning hysterical response or something like that." Like this is a phenomenon that's been recorded. Right. and yeah, she giggles about it, and I don't think it was like a total bravery thing. I think she just processed it weird.
Yeah, well, like in those extreme circumstances, like people always, everything in reality is so much different than movies, and you know this from watching like the Spucked Up as it says, like the crazy torture videos and shit. Like people generally aren't like screaming and writhing and all that shit. They're actually usually like eerily quiet and somewhat still, and they kind of react to things, but you can tell that they're like so like in shock. Yep. They don't really process things like they're screaming so much in movies, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, this video's that's crazy.
Yeah, like it pops. you only have to watch like 30 seconds. But, like it pops his helmet. It's like insane. Like this guy must be thinking he's so fucking lucky.
Are
this
we
guy
ready?
were a little taller, he'd be dead.
Yeah, sure.
Up at 0. All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
What's up? Yeah.
See, now this one's loud enough.
We need more military GoPro footage. That'd be interesting.
You got cover.
There's a subreddit for it.
Mm-hmm.
Combat footage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You can see his helmet jostle.
Yeah.
I missed it. Kinda.
Luckily, he had his level.
It's the guy who's second in line, not the first guy.
Dude, you got shot. I did get shot.
Yeah, if he had a level 1 on, that would have been lights out.
What the fuck,
Holy
man?
shit, dude.
My ears are fucking. Oh my god. Lucky.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Where's the hole? Like I can't see it.
There is no hole. It must have been like a bounce off, because I saw a bunch of fucking nerds arguing ballistics or whatever. But apparently, a 7.62 round directly to the head would always penetrate his helmet. So people are saying it must have like zinged off. But like, if he wouldn't have had the helmet on, his head would have fucking exploded.
It could have been far away too. I didn't really hear a gunshot in the video, so like it's those things with these.
Oh, possibly
way down. Yeah, at 500 yards, it's not going through the helmet.
Sure,
let me tell everyone.